So Germany currently holds the presidency of the European Council and has decided to drop discussions about Brexit negotiations between the UK and the EU from a meeting of Brussels envoys due to take place next week, because there has been no quote-unquote tangible progress in the Brexit talks. Now, Europe originally had intended to discuss a post-Brexit trade deal during a meeting of ambassadors from the 27 member states, but Angela Merkel's government scrapped it because of the apparent stalemate between the UK and the EU. Reuters News has said that Brexit has been completely removed following frustrations over last week's round of talks between the UK's chief negotiator David Frost and Michel Barnier, because those talks were going nowhere. The EU have complained that the entire summer has been wasted. The EU chief negotiator Michel Barnier has himself said that valuable time has been wasted. I believe that the EU have finally come to the conclusion that most of us have come to a long time ago, that the UK government is not serious about negotiating a deal with the bloc. Let's turn our minds back to the day that started the whole post-EU relationship talks, the day David Davis was sent by Theresa May to negotiate the Brexit withdrawal agreement. Now, David Davis was not selected because he was an expert in some particular field that would help him stand up to a seasoned negotiator like Michel Barnier. Neither was he selected for his negotiating skills. He was selected for one reason only. He was a Brexiteer. The EU were playing with professionals while the UK were playing with sycophants. This, of course, didn't improve when Theresa May left and Boris Johnson took over. Those sent to fight the UK's corner were never chosen based on merit, but on how much they, quote-unquote, believed in Brexit. The EU from the beginning treated the UK government, its negotiating team and its parliament with respect. At no point did the EU or senior members of the EU insult or lambast the UK. While the UK was a member on its way out, both Theresa May and Boris Johnson were treated with more respect than they actually deserved. We can't really say the same for Tory MPs, Brexiteers, either in government or in the media. They insulted the EU and its parliamentarians. The fact that someone of David Davis's calibre was sent to negotiate the Brexit withdrawal agreement was frankly insulting to the EU, but they acted professionally and listened to what he had to say. David Davis didn't even bother to bring a pen and paper to the first meeting with his counterpart. That goes to show how professional he is. However, his antics were, of course, championed by Brexiteers. They viewed it as out-of-the-box thinking and basically sticking two fingers up to the Frenchman. For me, that moment should have been the red flag that this was not going to end well. The UK is heading closer and closer to ending the transition period without a deal. Hardline Brexiteers seem to want this, unless the EU actually offer it. Then they will switch back to demanding a deal. Their hatred of the EU actually blinds them to their own hypocrisy. Now, switching away from this for a moment, I still think that Boris Johnson will get some type of bare bones deal with the EU, and he will return to Parliament and claim victory, and the Brexiteers will be singing his praise. Let me know in the comment section what you think, guys. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot. I want to say a big thank you to all of my patrons. You ensure that this channel continues to exist. I'm eternally grateful for all of your support. If you join Patreon, you will receive instant access to our Discord server, where we have both audio and video chats. You can chat with me and other patrons, where we discuss important and non-important issues. Becoming a patron per month costs about the same as a large coffee, so why not check it out?